Robotic process automation, or RPA, is the capability of transferring work instead of being onshore or offshore, that you transfer it to virtual employees, so robots essentially. What that means is that you can have increase in efficiency and decrease in the cost because it operates through the user interface. Boring way of saying that it does basically what humans do, then it means that you can operate it anywhere in the world and achieve those benefits. Software robot, not Sparky here, but a software robot actually operates within the organization's existing technology structure. So because you're operating through in the same way that a human does, then you don't need to change any of the technology. Basically, you can use your existing systems regardless of how good, bad or indifferent they are. The nirvana, of course, is you go to a full instance of ERP, but that's incredibly expensive to do and it takes a long time to actually do. And if you think about there are 1,500 shared service operations across Europe, 80% of those don't have an ERP system. So this is where robotics come in, that you can actually fill the gap without necessarily going through that investment. It cuts across geography, because it can be in any language. It cuts across sector, so it can be any industry. So for instance, we're talking to banks, insurance companies, manufacturers, pharmaceutical businesses, telecommunications companies, and it's appropriate for all. And the best thing is that it cuts across function. So there are processes in finance and accounting, in procurement and in HR, and indeed in industry-specific processes that can be automated. The huge advantage about RPA, robotic process automation, is that you can achieve massive savings in cost and increases in efficiency without changing any of the technology at the same time. So for instance, in one of our clients, they had an offshore located operation, 1,000 people. We've taken all those 1,000 people, and it was a captive, so they weren't paying a service provider any margin. We're reducing that number by over 50%, whilst increasing the efficiency of the business to 99% and reducing attrition by 5% at the same time. Now that's a dramatic difference than a normal BPO deal. The biggest hurdle to robotic process automation isn't the business people. We are surrounded in the SSON event by business people. The people who really hate this are the technologists. IT see this as a threat because they want to put in their big shiny new system. They've built the business case for it. It costs the organization a lot of money. They need the consultants and the system integrators and all the rest of it to make it work. And actually, robotic process automation can achieve the same or better savings without any of that investment. So my suggestion is you can trial it, pilot it inside your organization using the technology or using a service provider. Just go ahead and do it. Try it out. The cost of doing it is almost zero. Pick a process that's causing you the most pain, where people are just transferring information from one system to another. Put a couple of robots on it, try it out, and then see what the benefits it can actually provide to a shared service operation. The shared service and outsourcing network is a critically important part of the development of shared service outsourcing and the emerging area about GBS, so Global Business Services. The huge advantage that the SSON has is its depth and network. So the conference scene both in the US, which our organisation supports, and the European operation sees huge value in aligning ourselves with the SSON. Not because we see it as an opportunity to sell, but because we see it as an opportunity to learn. We learn what the practitioners within the business and within the markets are actually talking about, and we can then adapt our offerings and our services as a result of that.